and thank you for joining us. I'm Ashley Hurley with this LMU Tri-State News update. A Tazewell man remains in jail after he turned himself into authorities last week. 32-year-old Robert Hawkins faces numerous charges after police say he battered his ex-girlfriend in her home on April 24th. Hawkins allegedly broke into his ex-girlfriend's home in Tazewell and attacked her by punching her numerous times in the face and kicking her several times, among other grueling actions. Police say Hawkins then duct-taped the victim's hands and feet together and threatened the lives of her 2 children. He remains in jail on a $250,000 bond. 3 people are guilty on the charge of complicity to commit murder. A jury found Brian Hatfield, Candy Maiden, and Debbie Parton guilty with a minimum sentence of 20 years for each of them. The 3 were involved in a 2008 beating and robbery of William Taylor in which Taylor died. The sentencing has not yet been scheduled. The Walmart bathroom creeper is on his way to the penitentiary. 49-year-old Randall Rogers of Speedwell made his appearance in court and will spend 20 years in prison on all charges. Rogers pled guilty 2 months ago to the charges of 3 counts promoting a sexual performance by a minor under 18, 4 counts of video voyeurism, and 7 counts of first-degree criminal possession of a forged instrument. After entering his plea, Rogers was remanded to the Kentucky Department of Corrections to serve his sentence. A Middlesboro man is charged with first-degree sexual abuse. 32-year-old Frank Morton touched a teen in an aggressive fashion inside of his vehicle after offering her a ride home. Morton remains in Bell County's detention center on a $25,000 bond. The case remains under investigation by the Middlesboro Police Department. A Middlesboro man is facing several charges in Claiborne County. 41-year-old Clinton Hoskins remains in jail on several charges that stem the course of 2 years. Hoskins is charged in theft of property under $500 from an incident in 2011. He is accused of taking a saw from a business in Claiborne County, then pawning it in Kentucky. He is scheduled to appear in court later this month on the charges. A Harrogate woman remains free on bond after police suspected her involvement of a robbery. Michelle No was arrested on charges of theft over $1,000 and criminal impersonation after the father of her son allegedly robbed the KFC in Tazewell on April 21st. According to police, No gave the prime suspect, Joshua Shackelford, information regarding deposits only No had information for. Shackelford then allegedly executed the robbery and ran off with over $4,000. Shackelford's preliminary hearing, originally scheduled for May 2nd, was postponed and rescheduled for next month. He remains in jail on a $100,000 bond. Rain can't hold back a special group of people from making wishes come true for local children in need. The Rojo fishing tournament kicked off last weekend at Norris Lake, reaching special numbers. All the proceeds will go to provide Christmas gifts for about 260 local children. It's still not too late to put a smile on a child's face this December. Contact a Rojo member for details on how you can donate. Lincoln Memorial University President B. James Dawson announced this week that LMU will offer 7 weeks of community arts programming called Arts in the Gap. The 7-week program will be held in the Paul V. Hamilton Center for the Arts, the new building where the UNC once stood. This is the pilot program, which will include art exhibitions, music instruction, writing seminars, and much more. Arts in the Gap will run from June 1st through July 27th. For a full list of events, you can go to www.lmunet.edu/artsinthegap. If you notice Norris Lake's water level was abnormally high this week, you are not the only one. In fact, water levels are predicted to be almost 3 feet over sea level by the end of this weekend. TVA authorities said they are pumping out maximum hydro and spilling the dam to help alleviate the threat of flooding. Some roadways close to the lake are already underwater, but some residents still fear the water will rise within the week. The Tennessee Department of Health is urging people to protect themselves from viruses transmitted by mosquitoes. Last year, Tennessee experienced 33 human cases of West Nile virus, including 1 in December. 4 out of 5 people with West Nile virus won't show symptoms, but others will develop severe illnesses that can result in permanent neurological damage or even death. Controlling mosquitoes in your neighborhood helps protect you and your animals from harm. The department advises eliminating standing water near your home, replacing the water in bird baths weekly, keeping windows and doors closed or covered with screens, and using insect repellents. More information on this is available at health.state.tn.us. Through the week, if you traveled on Highway 25 northbound, you may have noticed work being done. Monday through Wednesday, the Tennessee Department of Transportation worked removing a boulder from the hillside on top of River Hill. The work is set to continue until the boulder is removed from the side of the hill. If you are traveling through that area, they ask that you use caution and be aware of those working on the site. Thank you for joining us for this LMU Tri-State News Update. For everyone behind the scenes, I'm Ashley Hurley.